It's one of the first surface piercings that I've ever seen, and it's still to this day one of the best ones you can get. Today we're talking about the nape piercing. The nape piercing is basically a surface piercing on the back of the neck. Generally, it's pretty centrally located, and normally it's horizontal, but you can do a ladder of these, or they can be done individually. Now, if you've seen some of my videos before, you know that a lot of piercings are anatomy dependent, which means not everyone can get all these piercings, and this is one of those piercings. What I mean by that is if you put your head forward and down, and if your spine kind of sticks out, you're going to be pushing up on that jewelry, which is not going to allow you to heal this piercing. So you want to be able to put your head down and have a nice flat surface. Now, the other thing about this is you might want to do the tape test. What I mean by that is if you get a piece of Scotch tape or masking tape, you get it the length of the piercing that you're looking to get, put it on your neck, and if you turn your head left and right, that tape shouldn't really move at all. If it feels like it's pulling or moving or not sticking to your skin, that means there's too much movement and your piercing probably won't heal properly. You probably need to go higher or a little lower, or you might need to be a little bit more close together with the distance between the beads. Now, this piercing will also be tested by your piercer, and they should have you do range of motion tests and have you do this while you're getting marked and ready for the piercing. And the only choice of jewelry here is going to be a surface bar. You want to use a flat surface bar on the bottom and one with a very minimal uplift so the disc will lay flat to your skin. You can wear a disc, you can wear a gem, but I do suggest staying away from beads and anything that sticks out and going to get caught and move around. The more flat and less movement there is, the better off you're going to heal. Now, easily the most common problem people have with this piercing is going to be hugs. If you are a hugger and you're constantly giving people hugs, the back of someone's arm rubbing up against the back of your neck is going to irritate your piercing. So you need to let people be aware, say, hey, careful, I have a fresh piercing back here, so nothing gets hit on or irritated. Now, with the healing of this one, it all kind of depends on how the jewelry's sitting and if it's being hit or irritated. Under perfect circumstances, you're probably still looking at 4 to 6 months. It could be all the way up to a year to heal. Now, another big factor is the depth of the piercing. If you just have a standard length of maybe 5/8 to 3/4 of an inch, then it's going to be in that range of motion of healing. But as far as longer piercings, over an inch, maybe an inch and a half plus, sometimes these are going to take well over a year to heal all the way up. So it seems kind of like a deep piercing and kind of a long one to get. What do you think? You think it'll hurt? Let's check it out. You know, I thought it would be a little bit higher on this one. Now, when mine was done, it was done fairly slow, and it still wasn't very painful. There's not a lot of cartilage, but sometimes it is tough to get through. So it's not very painful, so it's totally worth it. So my overall opinion, I love it. This is a great piercing. It's one of my favorite surface piercings. It's the easiest one to heal if it's done properly and you have the proper anatomy. I will say this, if it is rejecting out, take out your piercing. Any rejecting piercing grows all the way out, you're gonna have a huge scar. And if it's taken out in time, it's very minimal scarring. Now, this piercing is not very painful. It's generally not too much of a problem if you're not a hugger and if you cut all those loops on your little hoodies. So, I highly suggest this piercing, and if you're looking for projects, you can also do multiple in a row. So what do you think? I'm always curious to know. Let me know in the comments. Now, if you enjoyed my video, share it, make sure you hit the like, make sure to hit the subscribe, and of course, keep putting holes in your body. We'll see you on the next video.